Yeah. So I'll talk about differences. I'm sure a lot of you must have heard what Git is or GitHub. You might have heard what GitHub is, or I'll try and just give like a little explanation to it and try and go through the installation process and also creating an account on GitHub. So what is Git? And then what is GitHub? Because they sound alike. So Git is a version control software. It comes pre-installed with Mac OS and Git Bash. Basically, it's just like a way of communicating to GitHub. So you have Git, which is the command line version control software. Then you then have the GitHub, which is our cloud-based repository. So it's more like an Amazon. So AWS also, you can choose not to use GitHub and use AWS. You can choose not to use AWS and use Bitbucket. There are tons of repositories like that. They're just hosting services for our project, our code-based project, basically. So Git is what we programmers mainly use to track what was done by a particular person. Okay, what if we have like different branches, version one, version two on our GitHub, what's it called, server now? Would see all these versions there. Okay, what did so and so person do? When did I make this change? What if I want to like go back to a previous? Let's assume I start working today, and like in 10 years time, I then want to revert to what I was actually doing today. I could actually track those changes and see all these things. This is extremely important because there are times where we tend to like maybe push something that wasn't properly tested to like production. How do we roll back what was done? We use Git. So yeah, so that's like the main difference. So your GitHub is the hosting service on the repository. You can call it. You can use GitHub. You can use AWS. You can use Bitbucket. There are tons of them, but everything communicates with Git. So without Git, you'll not be able to do these guys. So you can just sign up for a GitHub. So you go to github.com, come to sign up, and follow the command lines to sign up. So let me just sign in so you have an idea of how the sign in page will look like. Once I sign in, this is what I'll see. So this are like my own project that I've created on GitHub. Would go through this as I go through a simple website and we push, so you understand what this simply means, because it might just look funny at times. So for those that are using Windows, all you need to do to download Git, because you need to have Git on your laptop, just do download Git for Windows, and you can click on this is git scm.com. You click on it, and then you can choose the particular one you actually want to download. You want to download the 64 drive or the 32 drive, or you want to download a standalone installer. It depends on you. Anyone is fine. It depends on your PC. So once you download that, the way you can actually, and then follow the instruction process. The way you can actually know it's downloaded is click on your search Git. You should see something called Git Bash, and you can simply just type Git dash dash version. This should tell you, your Git version is 2.36.1 and is using Windows. For those that use Mac, you could, I think for Mac OS, you should most likely have brew installed. That is BREW. With that, Git is automatically installed in it. But if not, all you just do is Git for Mac. And if I should come to this first one, which is still that same URL, but if you can see it's referencing Mac, all I need to do is, I can install Homebrew if you don't have it. If you have it, then you just need to follow this basic command, which is sudo port install git, or brew install git, which is this, and this automatically installs Git for you. And with that, obviously, also you could go to your, I think is a command space, and search for Git bash, and then also check the version of that. So basically, GitHub is our repository, our cloud-based server. Git is our version control software on our PC. It tracks all the changes we make on our codes, all the changes. Anytime we push, it tracks all these changes, and it will communicate to our server. And that's like the main difference between Git and GitHub.